fess up and tell the truth, I guess. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. Wait, that's what I meant by make a big move. What do they think? I think I'll jump his bones?
They literally were saying, you tried to get it on. That's why I was like, whoa, it isn't that type of game.
I think I've developed feelings for you. I might have developed feelings for you too. But I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams.
Oh my god.
As he looks out the window and I'm just like, ah! Overwhelmed, you take out the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving the Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Connor? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber in his arms without your clothes on.
What?
Dream sequence! Dun, 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 dun. Let's get it on! God damn it. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway, the ghost. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous!
Let's take it slow. Are we the perfect match?
My cuisine and your taste buds. That is.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg. Peg him. Flat. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. What the hell? And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Hold on. Hold on.
Did we just get business zoned?
No. Am I Pete in the photo?
Are you Pete?
Who is Pete, Colonel? Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home.
Oh, Jesus.
There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I have been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now that it turns out that you're fine, I can really get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned on, polite and respectful. I am not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Yeah, because he weighs like way more than you and just probably went... Did you just say skydiving? As if it's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
Oh, Jesus. You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from the distance that they're picking on Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Hey, sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped, too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school.
That's fair. That's really fair. indeed the biggest person at the school. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Connor, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever.
Believe it!
Believe it! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Connor, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hand, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail working so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her?
But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
She's a dom.
Oh, absolutely.
It was bland. Excuse me, Connor, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel.
You a thought!
Oh,
Bitch!
I absolutely am.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Connor. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley, who for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you received yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Wow, that's that book. It looks like bad news.
Shut up, Miriam! It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in magic stuff, so it doesn't matter. Shut up, Miriam!
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
Duh! I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page cover with an arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it'll probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam anyway.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around her finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. But wait, why am I doing it just because he's walking in with Ashley?
Literally, it is the dumbest reason. I would not cast
He didn't go back on being a business partner with me? No, don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put this book away. It's almost time for class.
I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Strapped. You wanted me to be thrown from a plane? Strapped.
Ashley's dom intensifies. Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle mid-air as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Oh, yeah, well, that doesn't make it a good date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold hands while you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
Sad beep. Aww. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his track. Did he die?
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Clank burps out a complete deep-fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from. In the terms of deep friend footwear, I guess it looks okay.
Deep fried?
No, it says deep friend.
I know it says deep friend, but I think it means deep fried.
Probably. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe.
Me too.
Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pal over the final day of school. Or is that a Paul? I don't know.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, showdown, challenge, exam, trademark. I'm still working on the title, but you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena.
Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby and in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam. You okay?
Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me like that in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through the final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
Of course not. Well, maybe sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along.
Real comforting.
If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I really should review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up.
Love it up.
Love it up, bitch. Love it
up.
up.
Yes, bitch. Love it up.
Colonel.
Love it up.
While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Connor's famous chicken pot pie. Your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Connor, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pies began to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires.
Yes, King.
But that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. Okay! You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust.
Okay, but to be fair, that is a very distinct smell. A chicken pot pie?
Yeah.
With an all-butter crust? You can smell that.
Yeah, me, am idiot. Points at self. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No! I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC.
THC.
I saw THC as well. I was like, holy crap! TLC. But it'll probably start burning at any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth.
Wow. Why was the spoon in there?
Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkle lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that pull... Oh god, it's literally just every fucking menu item, KFC. Or just the dish... I want KFC right now. Or just the dish... Let's
like
go to Wawa then! Let's go to Wawa!
You can go to Wawa.
I don't want to go alone. Or just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory.
I'm not putting on pants.
Oh, please. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glasses and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small.
I love her.
Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something
I just
perfect.
imagine him like
His original
sitting in
recipe,
like a
reserved fried
meditative
chicken.
pose, like all 11 spices circling around him.
Like in the air. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they special cooking moves as what is this? Fist of the North Star? As they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air.
I told you.
Egg wash. Miriam firstly injects ingredients into an itty bitty pot of broth.
Best friend, Baster Blaster.
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and ride! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula. That's me.
Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, did Clank learn to speak English?
Oh my god.
Van quickly plugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you even take this opportunity to fight with magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Connor.
That's all the magic I need.
Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Connor, since we were little kids. Because I'm your best friend forever.
Shut up, Miriam. Colonel Sanders just winked at me. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food sugar cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought it'd help.
However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world does she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, hitting Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. Oh my god! It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids, your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
Yeah, I guess no problem.
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? See, the spork monster notices that you've got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and actually summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salt and water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
Aww.
You can feel the spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I'd fallen asleep during Scaretastics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Steve, he just wants to.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Aw, that's sweet.
Having suffered a huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win.
Give up and drop out.
You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. You hear your hair turns mac and cheese orange.
What? You're going Super Saiyan.
Nice.
You're literally going Super Saiyan.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Connor, you are the chosen one.
Are you kidding me?
You will avenge me.
Are you kidding me?
The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out.
Oh, come on.
You interrupted my inspiring monologue!